Hello and welcome to another module on molarity calculations. This module concentrates on the dilution type 2 examples. For dilution calculations, the key is really to recognize that we're just adding solvent so that the moles of solute that we end up with equals the moles of solute that we begin with, and we get the very familiar equation M1V1 equals M2V2. As I mentioned before in part 1, there are two main types of dilutions. Here we concentrate on type 2, in which we have a large original solution. We're just going to take a portion of that original solution and put it into a fresh, clean beaker. This portion is called an aliquot. And then we'll add water to that portion to get it to the molarity that we want. Looking at an example, we see that Sandra needs half a liter of a 0.25 molar HCl solution. She has on stock a 10 molar, half a liter of 10 molar HCl. Now how is she going to make this solution? Alright, I like to label what I'm given. I have 10 molar stock solution. I'm going to make the stock M1, and then the smaller concentration M2. And then I've got to find, I need to find my volumes. I'm given two volumes, a half liter and a liter. And it's at this point that I would need to recognize, alright, I've got two volumes, I can only use one, which one's the right one to use? I look back and recognize this as a type 2 dilution equation or example because I have a large concentration and a large amount originally, and I need a smaller concentration and smaller amount at the end. So this is the volume I use. So using M1V1 equals M2V2 and substituting my givens, I get 0.25 molar for M2, half liter, that's 0.5 liters. So I divide by my molarity to get V1 all by itself. So I get V1 is 0.0125, reading it off the calculator there, and that is in liters. I can also convert this to milliliters if I want to, milliliters, by multiplying by 1,000, that is moving the decimal to the right 3 places. So I can use either value. Now this V1, I need to figure out what that is. That is not the answer per se. That is the aliquot. And this aliquot is 12.5 mils, and it is 10 molar solution. I don't want 10 molar, so I need to add water to that. Alright, so I have 12.5 milliliters is my original volume, plus my added volume, whatever that is, gets me to my total volume. My total volume, that's given to me. I want a half liter. Oh, but I have milliliters up there, so I'm going to change this to 500 milliliters. I solve for x, and I get that x is 487.5 milliliters. So what do I see? I see that Sandra needs to get 12.5 milliliters of the 10 molar HCl stock solution and add to that, now I'll place it in a clean beaker, and then add 487.5 milliliters of water. And that will get her a 0.25 molar